Space, time, place, being, and becoming are interconnected. Those phrases are not ones that I developed, but were taught to me by one of my ancestors, Dr. Alfonso Ortiz. And Dr. Ortiz wrote a book that explained his Tewa world in those concepts. I went back and reflected on what my elders were teaching me, and I realized that this was true wisdom. What is space? Space is the place where this spirit bear occupies. So the white bear that came to guide our ancestors from the forests of what is now British Columbia to the waters of what is now Southeast Alaska had the guidance of someone from the spirit world, the infinite. And all of our indigenous hunter and gatherer cultures have a concept of space. Within that concept of space is the history of where we have been, the history of how we got to where we are, our current knowledge, and our future state, which is the seventh generation. Meetings in space are held in a place, but the space we occupy to have conversations is a spiritual place. Our ancestors are there through the wisdom that they taught us. We are there through physically being present, and our descendants are there through the seventh generation. Being is the concept of who we are as self-actualized and self-transcendent people. We are being here in the present, doing what we were taught to do, learning what we need to learn, and having conversations about bringing us into that future state of the seventh generation. Becoming is that seventh generation. We have a goal. So when I talked about Maslow's learning from the Blackfoot, it means that we are being, and we expect our children to be, and we teach them to get there. So how do we do that? We understand that our indigenous knowledge looked at systems and processes and how they are interconnected. When we treat our meetings as spiritual, it takes on a different sense. We're no longer just having a meeting for the sake of having a meeting. Oh, we got to have our meeting because it's in the bylaws, or it's in the ordinances, or it's what we've always done. Our meetings are connected to the spiritual, and they should be treated as such. So one of the things that I look at is that space involves a lot of systems. Time I saved to discuss now because we work in circular time. We have the seasons. When spring comes, it's a renewal. It's a time when we gather our various types of plants that only come out once a year. We gather there are foods that come up the rivers once a year. Winter comes, and we go to a time when we teach and we share our stories, and we use the bounty of our spring and summertime to survive and to thrive. That's a system. Our interconnected time teaches us that meetings are a part of a system, that the processes of our meetings are interconnected due to the space and its spiritual nature. And as we move through one meeting, we are understanding that that meeting is a part of a circular time, and that we need to tie prior meetings with current meetings, with future meetings, and through that, we accomplish our seventh generation goals. So I want you to reflect upon the meetings that you have attended in the past. Do you treat them as spiritual? Do you treat them as interconnected? Do you understand the flow that comes from having a vision called the seventh generation to holding a meeting and interconnecting those meetings as you move forward to solve problems, to gain knowledge, to be able to teach and pass that knowledge on so that it's there for the benefit of the seventh generation?